Hey Taurus, how's it going? Robin here with AriesFireTarot, guys. Thanks so much for joining me today on the channel. So you guys, at the end of every month I do a different kind of tarot card reading, and this one is called the Year of the Hierophant. And that is because when you take the year number 2021 and distill it down, 2 plus 2 plus 1, it's a 5. So the 5 represents the Hierophant in tarot. So I thought this would be a really cool reading to do for you guys. And just in case you're not like 100% familiar with who the Hierophant is, I'll read from the Good Tarot Companion book. And I promise I'm going to turn this light down a little bit once I start doing the reading, but I need to be able to read from the companion book, so just hold on. So when this card appears, it reminds you to be committed to a spiritual practice to ensure a conscious contact to your highest power. When you have a daily practice of prayer and meditation steeped in gratitude and connected to being a co-creator, life works out in wondrous ways. So rituals are in your highest good at this time, and exchanging vows is also highlighted. So that's pretty cool. You know, rituals can just be your daily life, like your little habits. It doesn't mean that, you know, you have to be doing anything crazy like you might see in some movie, you know, Devil's Advocate or something like that. It just means your rituals, and like saying your affirmations and having a gratitude practice and maybe doing yoga or going for a walk and all of that stuff. So I think I turned that down too low, so give me a sec. All right, I'm just going to deal with that. So let me start shuffling the Good Tarot, guys, and thanks for bearing with me as I go through this introduction. I promise this reading is going to be worth it for you guys. So this is going to be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and any Taurus cross watchers. All right, so I really hope this resonates for you guys, but keep in mind it's a general reading, so, you know, all or most or some could resonate, you know, so keep an open mind. So the first card is pretty interesting. It's going to look at what is your primary teacher in 2021. So this could either be an event or a person, so we'll find out what that means for you. Just a sec. Lessons from the past, Taurus. You've got the 6 of water. I actually just want to write that down. I take the video title from something like hopefully brilliant that I've said in the reading. So something is going to come back, and I'm getting the words to haunt you. So sometimes, you guys, I see things that maybe they're not 100% pleasant for you, but it's going to do something for your advancement, for your highest good. So maybe you didn't quite learn your lesson the first time, you know? The universe is going to keep on sending you messages until you answer, until you learn. So there could be, and I do see this in the form of a someone. So it could be, I'm seeing for a lot of you where it could be an ex-partner. Have you learned your lesson when it comes to people? Or it could be somebody with the same personality. You know, it could be a friend. I really see somebody that took advantage of you guys, and in some cases wasn't particularly nice to you. You know, I'm actually seeing where you could have been abused a little bit, like verbally or physically, you know. And people like that are narcissists, and some of them are sociopaths. So they can really draw you in, okay? They can really, you know, turn on the charm. Just to get what they want. And what they want is to use people, like they're energy vampires. So I see an energy vampire of some kind coming back in for you. And it's time for you to take a really close look at that situation and say, like, am I going to put myself back in that again? You know, if you feel yourself being drawn in, you got to check, like, what parts of yourself are being attracted to that, you know? So let's see, what are you breaking free from this year? So this should be like an integral, like a puzzle piece, putting it together. You know, you're going to have to break free from some aspect of yourself that feels attracted to that, or maybe wants to punish yourself. And this is all like really deep psychological stuff, you guys, and being able to understand why. why you do the things you do. This is so interesting, you guys. So I've got the Seven of Earth and what you're breaking free from. And I'm going to show you this card in a second. Because the image just really struck me. And I want you guys to be prepared. Like the way that as soon as I turned it around, my guides were like, aha, you know. So I want you guys to understand what is happening in this image. So what are you breaking free from? So the Seven of Earth, in tarot decks, you can see people with their shovel and they're planting pentacles and, you know, growing things for the future. This is a kind of a different visual. So can you see here? I would really interpret this as being you, Taurus, okay? And then you've got somebody really small and insignificant trying to come in and throw fairy dust over top of you so that you'll be, you know, drawn into them again. What's that movie, Jungle Book, with that snake, you know, and he's singing that song? You've got a snake coming in trying to hypnotize you, and this is what you're breaking free from this year. You're not gonna make that same mistake over again where all your friends and family, they're all going, not again, you know, come on, didn't you learn last time? Especially when I'm seeing that some of you could have ended up in the hospital. It just keeps on getting worse, you guys. Unless an abusive person heals themselves, their abuse level keeps on getting higher because, you know, they have been taught that it is acceptable for them to do it, okay? So this is you, big and tall, strong, and then it's kind of like David and Goliath, you know, but this time you're gonna win. You're gonna break free from that. You're gonna see through the charade, the magic fairy dust, you know, everything. You're gonna see the wizard behind the curtain. To step away from that. And that is something that is hugely powerful for you, you know, to be able to see through the veneer of people that are here to take advantage of other people. You know, so you'll stop allowing that to happen. And that also means that you will have the opportunity to heal whatever is in you that allows. Hey, it's okay. You know, don't call me. That's all right. You know, I'll pay for everything. That's all right if you slap me around a little bit or yell at me and call me names, you know, and just take advantage of me. That part that is agreeing to that is going to go. So that's a huge relief. And on top of that, you're going to have the ability to see through it. You know, so you won't even entertain somebody. Like you'll start getting the bells go off when somebody comes into your perimeter. Not this time, not again, not this girl or guy. So what tradition are you undoing? I think this card really resonates with, you know, kind of that phrase where people say, well, that's the way we've always done it around here. And that's not always good enough, you know? So there's something that you might have been trying to separate yourself from, and it's finally gonna get, so there's a transformation card here. So I really just see where you guys are growing in power and, you know, subjecting yourself to people that are not good enough for you. That could be this tradition that you've steeped yourself in, and you could have seen this happening in your family. You could have watched it on TV. You could have read books about it, and you know, somehow your brain wrapped around that it was okay. Or it felt really exciting. You know, you could, alternatively to having somebody that was physically abusive, you could have be involved with somebody that is sort of what they consider to be above the law, and it's exciting. So this transformation card, again, it's just really, I really feel like the impression I'm getting is this child is sort of ridding herself. You know, when you blow on one of those dandelions, you know, when they're all white and fluffy, and it goes and you make a wish. It's like you're going to stop making wishes and stop closing your eyes and just, it's like you're going to put more thought, more foundation, more, and I'm getting for some of you like more aggression, more power. I feel like some of you were just really left in the wind, you know, either by your parents or school or somebody that was in charge and should have done a bit of a better job for you. Some of this stuff that we're seeing here with the not so nice and the abusive, that could have actually happened in your family. I'm seeing at least one of you out there be passed around. You know what I mean? Like, well, I don't want them, you take them. Like, I'm not gonna put up with them. That's not gonna, you're not gonna let that happen anymore. It's like you're taking your power back of your life and just not making the wish that, okay, well, I hope everything's gonna be okay. You know, and then blowing it out into the world and hoping that it comes true. You're gonna take steps to ensure that it happens. You know, this is really going to be a year of you guys taking your power back, especially if you were at risk at any point in your life. You know, this is the opportunity for you guys to heal your victim, and go in and say, like, I'm strong enough now and I'll protect you, you know? So this is really powerful. This is really cool for you guys. So let's see what in your spiritual practice should you change. So you've got the High Priestess. So this is a really, really strong card of just going and looking at yourself. You know, really when is the last time you stood in front of a mirror and looked into your eyes? You know, you could be averting your gaze to things that you don't consider, I don't want that, I don't want to associate with that, or maybe you think that you've been weak in the past, and maybe you have, maybe you weren't in the position to protect yourself or other people. You know, but the High Priestess is going to infuse you with a different sort of knowledge. You know, unfortunately, there's things that are part of your soul contract that are not very comfortable, and they could be painful, and they could be humiliating. But the High Priestess, go look her in the eyes the next time you go stand in front of the mirror. You know, and make that a practice. There is some sort of mirror work that I really think that you guys should be doing and taking advantage of, because when you look like right in your eyes, what a feeling, what a feeling. So please look up how to do mirror work and go stand there and allow the freedom of the High Priestess to come in. And this could be, for some of you, I'm seeing the High Priestess as really being your higher self. So you could find that the mirror is the gateway to your higher self. You guys have, you know, you're going to take any sort of deficit that happened in your life where you might have felt like, you know, why me? It's going to turn around and it's going to be, try me. Try me. You know, I don't care what I allowed in the past. Try me this year. You know, Taurus, tossing your horns. Try me. Come on. You know, completely different. And people are going to bump into that. You're going to have that person coming back, or, you know, a collective or whatever. They're going to come back and they're going to bump into the bubble of your strength and wonder what happened to you. And they're going to go running away, their tail between their legs, because you're contacting this energy this year, not this, you know, not that sadness. Completely different. So what does that say? Oh, what are you being called to teach others? Sorry, you guys. My writing sometimes is brutal. So this is the Two of Air. You could be I'm just seeing where you could really start telling your story without shame, you know? Some people could have victimized you and called you a victim, but you're a survivor. You really have triumphed over this. And for some of you, I could see that you were like in some sort of accident and had to come back from a devastating injury. Some of you could have come back from some war at some point. And again, it's sort of left you dancing in the wind right now, but there is a beauty in that. And you could teach people that there's beauty in your scars once they're healed. So whatever happened to you, your tragedy or your trauma, you could find another group to go participate in. And because you have healed so much and you've seen the High Priestess in your eyes, you could probably lead groups or something like that, or help other people heal. And the Two of Air, it's like, yeah, well, this happened. It's okay. I'm just going to dance with it because it's part of who I am. What is changing for you in the year ahead? I don't know why my voice goes sometimes. Probably because I talk too much. All right. Six of Fire. Six of Fire, you guys. So you have 2 sixes in your reading. So you've come from this energy here, which is like really, look at like shrinking, you know, don't pay attention to me. Like I don't mean any harm. I really apologize, you know, and that could be a reaction. Especially for somebody that has gone through years and years and years of any kind of abuse or any kind of trauma, you know. It's like, but the Six of Fire, this is where you're heralded as a champion, a survivor, you know. So you can change the narrative about yourself, Taurus. Completely flip the script. You know, don't allow this abuser or situation come in to sprinkle their magic potion on you. Build your bubble. My spirit guides have stopped talking, you guys, so you can turn yourself around. You can. You will. This is your year to do it, along with the help of your team in spirit. That's all I'm getting, guys. Okay, so take care. Bye. Bye.